Crocheting Chaos mini episode. What even is horse driving? Crocheting Chaos. Today we're talking about horse driving because surprisingly a lot of people have never seen it in person. Horse driving is when a horse or pony pulls a cart or carriage and is guided using lines and voice commands. Think of it as one of the oldest forms of transportation in the world. What I love about driving is that it requires a completely different level of communication. You aren't sitting on the horse, so they have to understand your voice and trust your guidance. If you've ever seen a horse pull in a cart at a fair, parade, or competition, you've seen a horse driving in action. Would you ever drive a horse? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Whoops. This is not good. Crocheting Chaos mini episode number 2. The smallest horses can do big jobs. This is Crocheting Chaos and I'm Loretta Johnlows. One of the biggest misconceptions I hear is that miniature horses are just pets. The truth is, mini minis can absolutely have a variety of jobs, and some of them love it. They can pull carts, compete in driving shows, do obstacle courses, and even work as therapy animals. In fact, some minis become incredible driving horses because they're smart, willing, and surprisingly athletic. Never underestimate a miniature horse just because of its size. Some of the biggest personalities I've ever worked with came in the smallest packages. What's your favorite horse breed? Tell me below. Hi everyone, I am Loretta and welcome to Crocheting Chaos mini episodes. This is the third one I'm doing, Why Whoa Matters. If I could teach a horse only one thing before driving, it would be the word whoa. Stopping sounds simple, but it's one of the most important safety skills a horse can learn. A horse that stops calmly and consistently is much safer to work with than a horse that knows it doesn't fancy tricks but ignores the brakes. Every training program starts with the basics. Sometimes the most boring stuff is actually the most important. What's the first thing you'd teach a horse? I'm Loretta and welcome to Crocheting Chaos. This is the mini episode, episode 4, The Biggest Driving Myth. Crocheting Chaos I started because, well, I wanted to crochet and talk. Let's bust a myth today. A lot of people think driving horses is easier than riding horses. Honestly, it's just different. When you're riding, you have your legs, your seat, your hands, and your voice to communicate. When you're driving, your horse has to understand cues without you being on their back. That's why preparation and groundwork are so important. Good driving horses aren't born. They're trained through patience and consistency. I'm Loretta and welcome to Crocheting Chaos. This is my 5th mini episode involving horses. This one is about building confidence. Crochet and chaos. One thing horses have taught me is that confidence can't be rushed. Whether it's a horse learning to drive, a kid learning something new, or someone starting a business, confidence comes from successful experiences. The more positive experiences we give a horse, the more willing they become to try something new. The same lesson applies to life. What's something you're currently working on, becoming more confident with? This is Loretta and welcome back to another Crochet and Chaos episode. This one is why groundwork matters. Before I ever hook a horse to a cart, I spend a lot of time on groundwork. Groundwork helps teach respect, communication, and confidence. Think of it as building the foundation before building the house. A horse that understands basic cues and trusts its handler is usually much more prepared for future training. Skipping steps might save time today, but oftentimes it will create problems for tomorrow. Welcome to Crocheting Chaos, where we talk about what makes a great driving horse. People often ask me what makes a great driving horse. The answer is not speed or talent or flash or movement. It's a horse with a calm mind, a willingness to learn, and a good work ethic will usually go much farther than a horse with natural talent, but poor attitude. The best horses aren't always the fanciest horses. Sometimes they're just the ones who show up and try. Crocheting chaos lessons horses teach us. Horses are incredible teachers. They teach patience because they learn at their own pace. They teach consistency because they thrive on routine. They teach humility because they don't care how much you know. They only care how well you communicate. Every horse has something to teach us if we're only willing to listen. This is Crochet and Chaos. Why I love teaching driving. Crochet and Chaos. This was something I started because I wanted to basically just crochet and talk. And this has given me really the opportunity to do so. So let's get into it. My favorite part of teaching driving isn't actually the horses, it's watching people gain confidence. Seeing someone go from nervous and unsure to confidently handling and driving a horse is one of the most rewarding parts of what I do. Watching both horses and driver grow together never gets old. Crochet and Chaos, Dream Bigger. This is Crochet and Chaos with me, Loretta, and I want to wrap up today's mini series of the horses in Crochet and Chaos. I want to leave you with this. Most people quit because they focus on how far they have left to go. Instead, look at how far you've already come. Whether you're training horses, building a farm, starting a business, learning to crochet, or chasing a dream, progress is still progress. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep trying, keep moving forward, and I'll see you in the next episode of Crochet and Chaos.